All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Lauri Jutila, and going to share you a story about, or some things about interacting with AI effortlessly. And background story: I work as a CTO at Finitech, which is a leading tech talent agency in Finland. And at the beginning of the year, you probably all started seeing online things about these new things called LLMs and how they were popping up, and people demonstrating uh, cool things with AI and large language models. And also, I personally got interested in them and started looking into a few use cases where I could potentially try them out and see what they were all about and if they can be really useful for me. And um, so at Finitech we had a one once we're a sales office for freelancers, so do a lot of outbound sales and well, one of the key processes is prospecting for new customers and interesting companies to target, interesting people. And we needed a way to process some of the prospecting signals that we gather uh, from the environment, for different kinds of data sources that provide us clues that a company or a person might be somebody that we want to get in touch with. They might have a need for a developer or other kind of a software professional. And so we got this one signal source which provided a bunch of unstructured data for me, and I thought, well, this could be a way to try it out. How would the LLM handle that? If I provide the data to the model and ask a question with a good prompt, can it give me back a result that will satisfy me, that I could then try to implement into our processes and one software that we have internally. And so I started building a prototype for that. And if you've looked at, for example, I'm using OpenAI here as an example because it's most well known and has good documentation. If you probably check the API references that they have, they're fairly straightforward how to use them, how to call the APIs, what to get back, and so forth. And I wanted to try, obviously, first thing you do when you want to add that to your Ruby project, you go out, see if somebody made a gem for that. And luckily there was a simple API wrapper called Ruby OpenAI. I just bundle installed it, configured it with an API key that I got from OpenAI, and here you can see the actual code that I needed to provide a URL to the well, actually I need to extract the text. So with Nogogiri, with the parser, I get the unstructured data and I feed it to the LLM, give it a prompt, and it even ask it to return a JSON for me so that I can put it straight into my it's in a data structure that I can easily handle, and then I just make an API call, and ta-da, it worked. And I was like, "Whoa, this is pretty cool." Now I've got the. It's fairly easy to work with the at least the OpenAI's APIs, because they've put some thought into it, how was well documented how developers could work with that, and took me like maybe a couple of hours to put this all together and test it out and deploy into our application. And we were really happy with that. But then as I started looking into, well, I was obviously excited about this new toy that I have, the LLM, and what it could do, and all of the ideas started popping into my head. Where else could I use this for? And I decided that, well, this was the last time I'm going to write like a custom class for it. So, 'cause if it's this easy, then I want to work on a higher level. So The evolution was that I started thinking about how would I want to interact with an AI model. And if you think about, for example, the use case that I had, the AI bit, or talking with the model, was just one API call. There was other things besides that. Was pulling the data from some source. Maybe, well, I didn't do much of parsing or restructuring it. I just got the raw data and fed it to the model. But there might be steps that you need to prepare the data. You might need to combine it with other sources. And then you call the model, and you get the response, and you might want to handle the response some way. And so I started thinking, what would be the API that I would like to work with? And so I started writing a gem for that. And this is, for example, how I talk with, if I want to chat with the GPT now. Just instantiate a dialog class, and I say something to the class that talks to the model, gives me back a response. Then it has ability to, I can recall the conversation that I had previously. So if I store the messages or the exchanges that I had with the model somewhere, maybe in a data store, I can come back to that. Or maybe like in between requests, so I have a web application and I want to provide a chat-like experience to the user. I can recreate the dialogue and add the latest input from the user or myself to the model, and it will remember the history, or it will compose the prompt in a way, the API call and so forth, so that it's, for me as a developer, it's fairly simple and easy to go about it. And I can even add a personality to the model. So, like given an instruction, you're going to be the, in this case, a expert code reviewer. So I'm going to provide you some code. You're going to be my AI model that is expert in code review. So provide me feedback. So I can instantiate or give the system instructions to the AI model fairly easily. And even started building stuff for the other. What you just saw was the chat bits of the API, OpenAI API, but there's always the completion. You can edit. You can do edits. Like I think I have an example later on where you can provide it with text that has spelling mistakes, and they will edit the text and provide you back with the corrected response. And then there's the image generation, and if you're familiar with embeddings, vector representations of something, the OpenAI has an API for that. So, as I said, the interacting with the model was just one bit. It's just an API call. And there was a lot of things around that I needed to build, or that when I've been thinking about all the use cases where I'm going to use it, there's a lot of other steps involved before and after the actual API call to the model. So I found this amazing gem called Light Service. Have any of you used it? It's kind of like an orchestration gem where you can arrange stuff into what they call organizers. I rename it to the interactions because it kind of makes more sense in my parlance. But Rose Flow is the name of my gem, and it has an interactions where you pass it in a context, and it will go through the actions that you provided it, and passing the context along the way to the next action. And these are all Ruby classes. So it's easy, really easy for me to test all the steps that I want to do. And therefore I don't have to, the composability is another thing that I gain from this. I get to write, like, for example, the load repository, which is in this GitHub interaction. I develop it once, and what it does is actually another interaction inside an interaction, a set of actions that will fetch the repo from GitHub, unzip it, and then prepare it for ingestion into the vector store. And the light service has really cool stuff, like you can do um, conditions or cases where you want to in between actions you want to decide whether you want to execute it or if you want to iterate over something. So if you provide with a array of stuff, you can call one action on all the items of the array in the context if you wish. And there's a bunch of other things you can in the light service gem. They explain it really well what each of these use cases do. But as you can see here, for example, in the vector store, I'm preparing it only. I'm doing the embeddings for the repo only if that's a new repo for me. So if I already have stored and processed it, I'm just calling the interaction again. I'm not going to do the all the hard work and maybe make a bunch of API calls to my vector store if I already have that. So gives you a kind of control flow into how you can do the actions. And if you're a Rails user, you include one module, and you get the engine that will expose all the interactions that I write that have this HTTP API module included as a routes in your Rails app. So, for example, maybe I'm not the only user of my interactions. I want to provide easy way for other developers who don't know Ruby or are building separate systems but want to use my interactions that I've developed. I can now expose an API to them. And here's an example of a action, which is kind of a simple unit of thing that the ROSeflow or light service gem uses. So you can give it parameters what the action should expect as an input or things in the context that it receives. And if it doesn't have them, it will raise an error. And you can say what it will promise to the next action or next context in return. And then it's just a block of logic that you want to do inside the action. Here's an example of the API that I wanted to have for the models. So, like OpenAI is just only a one provider. I want to have it a simple interface where I don't have to remember who has what implementation details. Azure has their thing. Their APIs might be a little bit different than OpenAI's, and there's also the Hugging Face, which has a bunch of different services and obviously a large model repository. So if I can abstract that away, I could just need to write that once and then to simply instantiate models that I can call. Then I got some few supporting things. So like prompt classes for generating prompts. This uses Flex. If any of you are Flex users, good for you. I do not write any ERB templates ever anymore. I write Flex classes. It's really much fun, a lot of fun because you can test it all. And obviously you can do cool things with the prompt. So you can have variables, then you just render the variable inside your template, or you can do even nested prompts. So if you have you are composing a sophisticated prompt with variables and maybe you're iterating over something, you can do that too fairly easily. Then I got stuff like splitting texts, because usually you want to be mindful of the amount that you pass in to an LLM. They have the token limits or the context limits that you can use, and obviously the some of the embeddings and vector stores might have some limitations. So it might be useful to divide the input text that you have for the model or the large corpus of data, so that you can easily find what you want to feed to the model. Then there's also tokenizers. So here's a one place where I'm definitely going to use Matthias's talks or learnings from that to this tick token tokenizer, which is made by OpenAI. It's a Python based tokenizer, but there's Rust implementation for that. So I want to replace the ugly PyCall calls that I have, where I'm importing Python modules into Ruby and doing the encodings there and so forth, with something more nicer like the Rust implementation of the tick token tokenizer. So thank you, Matthias, for the demo on how to do that. Definitely on my task list. Then Roseflow has obviously the OpenAI support, which is really easy. Because I've made it into a gem, I can just add the gem in my projects where I need OpenAI. And configuring is really simple. It's using Anyway config, so I can provide it with the configuration setting. Config YAML file with the even like different environments and so forth. So my development environment, I have one key for that, and test and production release to go about it. And this is the like how I'm going to ask what the OpenAI as a provider, what does it provide regarding the models. It will provide me the chattable models, the completion of models, embeddable. I can find out the one that I'm looking for and then start working on it or working with it. Then it has a nice simple API for doing the API calls in the background. I just have to remember that if I want to chat with the model, just call chat, provide it with the model that I'm working with, and then messages and maybe other options that are available in the API. And same for all the others. Then a lot of people are using vector stores for storing the embeddings and then doing similarity search for content that they want to provide to the LML model based on the question that the user provided. So added support for that. So again, that's a simple gem. Again, using the same structure, simple config file, and then it has a vector store API, which I defined is going to be when I'm going to add, for example, PG vector or any other vector store. I'm just going to implement a adapter for that or class for that will adhere to the API. And if I ever want to swap this vector store, I do it in the background, and my code should work no problem. And things that I've thought about implementing also is obviously Hugging Face support, so that I can access the open source models and data sets and all the tools that they have, services that they provide. Maybe even something like fine-tuning or training my own models. I'm not sure about that yet. I haven't gotten that far in my explorations, but might be something on the horizon. Then like regular cloud provider support. So personally I'm a big user of AWS, and they got a lot of cool and useful managed services that I use in daily to do things for me that I could build my own stuff to do that, but obviously by using their services much more nicer. And for example, storing data there, like I might have data on the S3 and so forth. So I want to provide write the support for so I can fetch easily data or files. Then a CLI for trying out and configuring, first of all, the gem itself through the command line, and trying out the interactions that I develop um, in the CLI, and not necessarily having to load the whole, for example, Rails application for that, or maybe for easier debugging of the actions that I write. And then what I'm also looking into is agents and control logic. If you probably heard about LangChain, which is one of the kind of similar libraries uh, than this gem that I've been working on. Um, lets you they let you build a really cool stuff where you can even have the bots figuring out what they should do next in order to answer your question or solve a particular problem. So got some ideas for that, and then I'm going to try out a few things there, so to see if I can implement some simple control logic for that. And I got one more thing about this. So thanks to the companies that I get to work with every day, graciously supporting and sponsoring my work on this, I'm announcing that the ROSeflow gem and all the other ones will be open source today. So if you want to try it out, you can check it out later, both the code and the gems later tonight. So well, why don't we actually push it to the Ruby gems right now?
Nice.
Let's see if the internet's down. So what we got to do is build the gem first, right? Yes. And push it, correct? Ruby gems. Successfully registered, so it's live.
Hey.
And so you'll find the docs will be here. It's live already. You can go out there, some placeholder text and so forth. The complete documentation isn't there yet, but actually, if you want to see what the LLM models output, and GPT 3.5 in this case, if you check the composing prompt documentation page on the ROSeflow site, that's all written by the model. So I just fed it I said that this is the prompt class. Here are a few examples of the how you can use the prompt. Write me a documentation, or write a documentation for a beginner developer how to use these prompts. So what you read there is generated by AI. And if you want to, if this is interesting and you want to chat about this later with me and maybe participate in ROSeflow development, you can join the Discord. Follow on Twitter once Twitter gets me out of Twitter jail with that handle, and you can find me on Twitter as well. And when I close with this, what I learned through building this gem, we're working maybe 2 or 3 weeks on this on my free time, and it's been really nice to get into building something that's going to be useful for me, but hopefully for others as well. And I hope that I can inspire you to write your own gems or contribute to anything that you want feel interesting, because the joy and excitement you get out of it is pretty fun, at least personally. So thank you.